Yeah, so why are you guys going? What's happening out there?
As we said before, part of Salam as a group, part of our remit, if you like, is we're trying to challenge the world's biggest Islamophobes, intellectually. And that's how we're trying to challenge them. And this individual, that his name is David Wood, who I'm going to debate, he represents for me one of the major Islamophobes of the Western world from a social media perspective. He's actually in the top 50, maybe top 30, top 20. And he's a contributor to one of the major websites that's anti-Islam and these things. And the tragedy of it all is those individuals who are engaged in this kind of polemic are themselves very ignorant when it comes to Islam. Incredibly ignorant. I mean, they have not even, in terms of like student of knowledge type things that we're associated with, like learning Arabic, learning the Quran, learning the basics of usul, mustalah al-hadith, these basic things that you have to learn kind of to have a basic understanding of Islam. They haven't touched it. They haven't touched it. They haven't come across it. They haven't touched it. And yet they feel as if this is something we should do. We have to come in and attack Islam and talk about the quote-unquote contradictions of the Quran, quote-unquote this and quote-unquote life of Prophet Muhammad and these things. So I found it, it's incumbent upon someone in the Ummah to deal with these individuals. And we're dealing with them. So the way we're dealing with them is as follows. This individual, as well as many other kind of Islamophobes, one of their main tactics is something called the machine gun tactic. Okay. So say, for example, you're talking to them about one issue. You're talking to, and this is something all Muslims should be aware of, in fact. If you're talking to one of those Islamophobes about, let's say, for example, the issue of Tawheed, which is actually the Tawheed meaning the oneness monotheism, right? This is what the debate is going to be about, Trinity versus Tawheed. It's on the 7th of November. So say we're talking to them about Tawheed, for example, yeah? They'll come and they'll start talking about miscellaneous issues. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ's marriage to Aisha, to maybe Safiya. Maybe he'll start talking about the preservation of the Quran, or lack thereof, as he would say, yeah, or they would say. They would say maybe bring in anything, because why? Because they know weak Muslims. When I say that, I use the term to denote these individuals that don't have the tools to understand Islam, and for some reason have stumbled across their material. Weak Muslims would fall prey to this kind of attack. They would, how can we answer this question? How this contradiction of the Quran? This is so. What I think we have a duty of care to deliver to the people is, number one, establish that these individuals are baseless in their belief system themselves. What they believe, their alternative, is an unintelligible alternative. Yeah, it's an irrational one. That's number one. Number two, to show that those individuals themselves are entirely discredited, right, as it relates to what they're trying to do, which is really a hermeneutical thing, where they're going into the Quran and trying to understand the verses. They are completely discredited from that perspective. And with that, we want to rectify their misunderstandings and show to the Muslim people that actually the reason why this person has been allowed to speak like this is because no one has given them the alternative narrative. So our job is to give them the alternative narrative. And so I think that me debating that person, inshallah, will be great for the ummah.
Are both of you guys debating him, or just you?
No, it's just me. I'm debating him. And
how is that arranged?
It's going to be a debate. The way he actually, we were in email communication with one another, and he suggested the structure. So it's going to be 20 minutes, 20 minutes, 12 minutes, 12 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, and then crossfire and questions and answers.
And where is it? And where
New
and
York,
when? You're going to put details on your socials?
Yeah, I've done that already.
Okay.
So if someone wants to go on my Instagram and check it, I think it's Queen's College in Queens, New York. It'll be on the 7th of November. He's completely confirmed. So I'm completely ready for him. And I know exactly what he's going to do. He's going to do exactly that machine gun tactic. And as a result, at Salam, we have done some pre-filming we've literally covered all of the so-called misconceptions of Islam. And we've got a YouTube channel, Salam. It's called Salam YouTube channel. What's the exact thing?
Salam, YouTube.
Yeah.
Salam Initiative. But they can search, just write Salam.
Salam,
So
yeah.
because we're going from the angle is what we're saying is mainly this person, he always attacks the prophet, peace be upon his character. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always that your prophet did this, your prophet that. We're just saying, and with his own words, he said it in the very same video that we responded to, where he said that just because something looks beautiful doesn't mean it's the truth. Yeah. So him attacking.
And beauty is an eye of the beholder.
Exactly. So what we're doing is we said no, we want to discuss the Trinity and Tawheed. This is the root of Christianity and Islam. The branches mean nothing. You can talk about the branches of, I didn't like the Prophet, peace be upon him, using the maswak. Irrelevant. That's got nothing to do with the truth. If Tawheed is the truth, what the Prophet did, how he ate, what he did is irrelevant. People don't come to Islam or leave it because, some do because of they're not educated.
Yeah.
But the thing is, they look at the Trinity, because people who come to Islam, they say Tawheed makes sense. One God, not one in three, three in one. One is the first one is not the third is not the first, no, the second is like people come because of this. So this is the reason why we did an amazing podcast style kind of thing where we debunked all of these claims.
Yeah.
All kinds of angles.
Is that out?
That's going to be out very soon.
Okay.
What it's going to include, inshallah, is literally a response to all of the major objections of Islam. All of the major objections of Islam, from theological to claims of terrorism and jihadism, to the Prophet ﷺ's marriages, to so-called contradictions in the Quran, to so-called preservation errors. Everything will be there, and we'll try and make it into a database.
Wow.
So that when he comes into the debate, and he's gonna struggle, because I'm not saying this out of arrogance. Wallahi, I'm just a carrier of information. Yeah. He is definitely going to struggle in this debate. He's going to find it completely difficult to defend this Trinity, not because he's incapable or unintelligent. It's because for 2,000 years, people have been struggling to explain it and have had different conclusions on what the Trinity is.
I can't remember, some historian, he said, how long has the Mohammedans laughed at us because of this Trinity? This is what he said. He was saying, like, this is how stupid we are. And he's a Unitarian, yeah? He goes, how long has he calls them Mohammedans, Muslims, yeah? He goes, how long have they been mocking and laughing at us?
Yes.
Like, he's saying, like, you idiots, why you keep believing this?
Exactly.
And the fact that this guy has never ever debated, I don't think he's debated this. Very rarely.
He hasn't debated. I checked.
Why?
He hasn't debated.
It shows you, how could you not ever talk about your fundamental, this is what your religion is about. And instead of talking about that, all you're talking about is another religion of what their prophet did. It's pathetic. It's like me never talking about Tawheed ever. And I'm talking about Jesus in the Bible where he went to the figs.
It's a good point. So you see what I'm saying. So what's going to happen is that we're going to start a debate. The first thing maybe he's watching this, yeah, to give him a heads up as well. The moment this is what's going to happen. I'll tell you the prediction of the debate, right?
Yeah.
He's going to come into the debate. Maybe he's going to say a few things about the Trinity, and then he's going to get very desperate very quickly, because there's not going to be much he can say to the questions I'm going to ask him. And so he's going to start diverting the topic to preservation, to this, to that, to, you guys should believe in the Trinity as well, or whatever it may be. And all of those misconceptions are going to have already been dealt with. They've been recorded, most of them. They're going to be on the Salam YouTube channel. So if someone has an issue with the questions that he's asking, they can go and watch the full-length video of that. So
what's the audience going to be like there, generally?
I don't know. I've heard there's going to be a lot of people there. It's in New York, so I don't know how it is. It's the first time I've actually ever been to New York. So we'll see. I think he lives there. I think that's his place. He lives in New York. So we're going to his backyard.
Who lives in New York?
David Wood. I think that's where he lives.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to his backyard. And
New York, that brother's from New York. He came here. We can see him.
Yeah. He should hopefully be down.
Can someone tell me what can I eat in New York? Can you recommend it, please? Like, they can't. Can they?
Yeah, they can message you.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Can they?
Yeah, you could do Salam dining in New York.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what we're gonna do, bro. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
And